What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and CreateSpace. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link, they also asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video is entitled How They Used Us. Talking to my aunt about how other minorities and people of color have used us over the years. And we are just getting hip to it. For example, not too long ago, El Chapo got sentenced for, basically RICO Act type stuff. So basically life in prison. And drug trafficking, drug organization. But where was his hub? Chicago. So his hub was in Chicago. But over the last decade and some change, the violence in Chicago has been us. We're the ones, who are the most violent people in Chicago, but we're not on the top of the food chain in the drug business. Also, using that narrative, part of the illegal immigration thing. If we get caught with drugs in our community, we go to jail. If other people get caught, they might get deported. Yesterday I saw on MSN News, as soon as I got on the internet, it's like 9,000 storefronts got busted because of these Asian massage parlors who had ties to the underworld. It's a whole nother thing, right? The reason I bring it up is this. We're everybody's scapegoat. Because what winds up happening is, when you talk about gentrification, you hear black people, either the community turned white or Hispanic. How did that happen? These same guys in the communities, in our community, who are the dope boy. You get in the game, you have turf wars, you shoot up the block, you drive down the property value, people start leaving the community, or the city doesn't invest in the community, and then people start buying up the community. So one minute y'all say overnight it turned Hispanic. Well, that's one side of the drug game, because they're at the top of the food chain in it. The other side is white. They're actually at the very top of the food chain as far as the drug game is concerned. So the very people supplying us are the very people who are buying up the neighborhood, and sometimes with the very same money that you re-upping with them for. Not taking this into consideration. So you're getting used. You're getting used as the scapegoat for all the violence, and you're getting used as the reason why the property is so low, and people get to buy it up, and guess what? They look innocent the whole time. And I remember that on that BBC documentary about the Colombians that was in London who bought penthouses in like the project type neighborhoods. So when they flooded the community with dope, the violence was blamed on the black people because they was in a predominantly black neighborhood. This is how people use us. The other thing that we were talking about was, affirmative action, civil rights, where other groups get anonymity, which means, and who is on both ends of the spectrums, as far as if you're a white man, you can't really double dip. Plus you got white privilege. If you're a black man, you can't really count as more than one thing but a black man. But see, everybody else in the middle of that, see, a white woman can be a minority as a woman, and even though she's a majority because she's white, but also she can benefit off of white supremacy. A black woman can be, a double minority. She's black and she's a woman. But the groups in between that get it the best. Why do I say that? If you're Hispanic, you could be white, you could be black, you could be Native American, you can be a man or a woman, right? So whatever group is convenient for your agenda, you can be in that group to get benefits and resources. And people have been doing that forever. If you're Asian, it's a little bit different. Some Asians can be Hispanic because of their last names. Some Asians can be actually considered black. It depends, like if you're Indian and stuff like that. They have Indians who've used being black as a reference, even though they're Asian. So what winds up happening is you have these multiple groups who can be their group when it's convenient, my group when it's convenient, and another group when it's convenient. And you can use that political capital, that systematic capital, and the social capital, and you can be different things at the same time. So this is how, a lot of these groups use this. Same thing I was saying with the gay community. The gay community has no race, and it has both genders. So you can pretty much be whatever you want to be under whatever category, or you can fit in multiple categories to get ahead. So when people say, oh, we're all in this together, well, we're in this, but are we together? Because, when I fill out something, I'm black. When I apply for something, I'm black. When I go at something, I'm black. I don't get to be something black one day, Hispanic the next day, white the next day, black and a man as a double minority. That doesn't work. And people seem to forget this type of stuff. So this is why I say this is how they played us. Kind of people tripping about the ADOS thing. Some people can change their names. People have the ability to come to this country and change their names and be looked at on paper as one thing and be a different thing in person. That's not really going to work for us. I've had the situations where I've seen guys, like in New Orleans, you could have the last name Lee. The last name Lee could be looked at as either white or Hispanic. Not Hispanic. I mean, white. Well, technically Hispanic too. But white, Asian, or Hispanic. But here's the thing. Their first name matters. If they can't differentiate where their first name came from, it's all on when they see you. People don't think about that. What if I told you my name was Tron Lee and my black mama gave me the name Tron? But if you see it on a piece of paper, you're like, oh, he's Asian. We're going to give him a call back. We're going to give him a call after we sell his application. And then you pull up and Tron Lee look like me. This wasn't how this was supposed to go. No, we can't hire that one. You were close. Thus that game about, names and hiring, right? And, we don't think about this, but when it works in gentrification, when it works in the resources, and it also, to a degree, it works in the political arguments, because when everybody says, we're going to be a coalition, they've been playing this coalition game because they've been opportunists the whole time. See, they don't really have a particular side. They'll say they're on one side, but be on another side at the same time. They'll say, I'm with black people, but your agenda isn't black. Your agenda is black one day, brown the next day, white the next day. But it's all about green, so it's really green every day. It's just using whatever you get to you can to get to that greener pasture. So this is how a lot of times they played us. So with that one, this is over with. Like, share, subscribe. We out. Peace. Catch you on the next one.